My current role as a team captain, one of the challenges I had when I took over this role last October is that I don't have any access to the tools. Being new to the job, my tools are still being processed. Especially for this one, I don't have the pod yet. This is the pod as we call it. I don't have access to that on the first 3 weeks of my position. So what I did, I asked some team captains to provide me some form like this, and then I asked them to give me one, and I modified it, and then I followed the format that we use for coaching, like did wells, and also do differently and action plans. So during those 3 weeks, I was still able to deliver my responsibility or take care of my responsibility of providing coaching sessions using this form, similar to what is being requested to this tool. And because of that, I was able to make sure we have 100% coaching adoption without any compromise or anything that we need to fulfill as being team captain. How was sure.
Well, as a senior fraud investigator, I used my past experience as a technical support from Comcast to identify if a call forwarding is currently activated. And dahil doon, I can identify if the risk is high, and it helps me to decision if either I can approve the order or not.
We can demonstrate creativeness in our current workplace by means of participating on our fun Fridays, like joining folks preparing for the Halloween parties and Halloween events and all the like, including the carnival games.
Well, how I demonstrate being creative in my role as an OM here in telus. It all starts before being creative. We all have to have a good understanding of the rules first, right? And how to adhere to those rules. And once we're really comfortable with how the basic rules are, only then can we start to think out of the box and take the existing knowledge that we have and just be creative, right? So understand the basic rules and policies first. And then to be creative, you have to step back at the situation, step back, put on an outsider's perspective on things, and see if anything can be fixed by doing something which is out of the ordinary, but it's still within the support, still within acceptable guidelines from a TI perspective. It's a most recent example that I can recall was scorecards. Scorecards for an LOB I'm supporting. It has an existing scorecard right now, this particular LOB of 75 people, right? But it's not driving the right kind of numbers. So what I did was try to step back, and what are we trying to achieve here? That's the base question. And then after that initial question, all the ideas came flowing in, right? You have to exercise fair process before you enact anything in your creative process, right? You have to throw ideas here and there, bounce it among leaders and peers, and then you agree upon something. That's part of fair process. And after that, you execute. And it's been doing well so far for the past 2 months in this LOB I'm supporting. So that's being creative, right? Stepping back, coming up with fresh ideas, sharing it with other people and getting their thoughts on it. And the point of being creative is trying to see if there's a better solution to something. So that's how I exercise being creative in my job as well.
If I'm faced with a problem, it's in my mind step by step. Okay, so what problem are we having? What are the components going on the problem? Make it the problem. Okay, so now that we know what gets into it, which part is the biggest contributor, let's hit that first. And then from then on, it's sort of, some of it is from experience where you know, okay, if I do this, then I'll hit this, this, and this. It's buy one, take three. Great, let's go. But some things to keep in mind is always, all things equal, you try and pick the simplest thing. Let's take, for example, any app, any tool you use. If it's too damn difficult, it'll be a bitch to get you guys to, I hope you're not recording verbally, to get you guys to use it. And I wouldn't blame you. That's the whole point. That's why there's usability, there's UI design in websites, precisely because of that. It's like, okay, you want somebody to do something, and yet you're making them jump through flaming hoops naked and greased in butter. That doesn't make sense. You want it simple. You want to make it easy. A lot of it is just getting from, okay, so this idea, this idea, this idea. Okay, I think this will work for this. Sometimes, to help the process, I will walk around and talk to people. I'm sitting here, I got writer's block, I can't figure out what the hell am I gonna do. Okay, I'll talk to TLs, I'll talk to the UMs. It may be about it, I'll tell them the problem I have sometimes, or it may be I just start talking to them and something will trigger. Or sometimes I decide, I don't know if you guys listen to me, sometimes I'm just outside, just walking in big circles around. Yeah, that's me thinking. Or I go down to Cafe de Lipa downstairs, where it's a nice quiet place. Sometimes you associate certain environments with certain things. By default, your mental patterns also associate with it. So when you're in the office, you're almost conditioned to think it's in a certain way. So sometimes you need to get out to thinking. Probably something that shouldn't be mentioned, but sometimes just taking it home and watching a movie or playing a game and then cracking open a beer sometimes helps a lot. But creativity is just your ability to adapt. It's about being MacGyver. The stuff's there. It's all there. Just how you, which parts you grab and put together. Am I always successful? No, sometimes I left it, well, okay, shit, that didn't work so well, let's try something else. And that happens. A lot of experience helps. I've had the benefit of making many, many mistakes and having the fortunate luck to be able to learn from them. That's it, really. So take, for example, one of the things we have a problem now is a lot of our bottom boxes are multi-touches. A lot of it goes to CARE, DMC. One way to do it is, okay, we have an L&R group here on the floor. They used to be on the floor finder next door, but that's a simple conversation with Chris. There's an MLC room. Maybe they can help do things for us. It got put on pause, but I'm like, well, okay, we're servicing high-level customers, VIP customers. Okay, and our commercial says we're supposed to do everything end-to-end. It's just us, so let's do it. Okay, maybe it might be billing. I'll be the one to talk to billing. It sounds complicated, but realistically, think about it, right? You do stuff for your parents, mom, dad, your brother, sister. Yeah, I'll take care of the bills for you, I'll do that. How's that any different? It's amazing. And outside real life, there's more stuff you can actually apply here. Just sometimes, for whatever reason, everything we've learned in life disappears and evaporates the moment we walk through the office doors. And realistically, mom, dad, I'll take care of the bills. I'll take your electric bills. If they ask you to do tech support for me, whatever. And then sometimes it's just me wanting to control things. Getting good reporting. What's getting good reporting is just simply getting good directions. You want to go to some place new, try doing it without Waze. See how well that works, or any other maps. With Waze, you get great directions to tell you every step of the way. That's what good reporting is. And that way you can track and look backwards and see, okay, where have I been? Okay, you can see what happened. Okay, so find out, and a lot of it is just people, knowing people. That's a funny part. I'm guessing most of us here are older than 22. In real life, mentally, that's a different thing.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, right. Sure.
Let's say you start talking around 1-2 years old, so that means everybody can brag they have 2 decades of experience with dealing with human behavior. You say you have 2 decades of experience in any field, it's like, holy shit. So why the fuck are we ignoring it? Take for example, scripts. You have this statement, empathy statement, blah, blah, blah. These are artificial. Hey mom, I think dad got mad at me because I didn't give him an empathy statement. How do you think your mom's gonna react? Like, son, it's okay. Tell me. Are you going nuts? I talk like a normal person. Say, hey, look, get off on the right foot, say hi to him, and tell him, like, game planning, right? Let's say it's a creative way to look at it is okay, merges all of CB and puts in similar components. Guys, you've been doing this all your life. Hey mom, dad, can I go over to Vina's house this Saturday? We'll just be playing PS4, probably order pizza, eat dinner there, and be back next day by 6. Game planning. You've been doing it since you were a kid. So there's certain things like that I don't know why we seem to ignore it. People think it's creative. That's life. So, and one thing that helps, I've noticed, is oddly enough, if you're very good at managing data. Okay, that sounds like a whole load of corporate PR BS. But handling a lot of data, it being able to see what's important and being able to process it very quickly and make it usable, make it easy usable, can do a lot of things for your creativity in the sense that it helps you focus right in. And in the process of finding it, it gives you ideas because you see how it's put together. Some of it is just, I'd be lying if I didn't say some of it was luck. Luck, however, to take advantage of luck, you gotta be prepared. You have to have the right mindset, right experiences, right tools to take advantage. Yeah, it's what it is. Unless you ask me something more specific, it's gonna be harder for me to go deeper. There's not. I'll tell you right now, nothing I do is rocket science. Something I do is difficult. Anyone has the potential to do this. Anything I do. Two hardest thing about my job: time management, maintaining my temper. When I speak to other groups, that's it. Technically, coming up with the solutions. That's life. So, and one thing that helps, I've noticed, is oddly enough, if you're very good at managing data. Okay, that sounds like a whole load of corporate PR BS. But handling a lot of data, it being able to see what's important and being able to process it very quickly and make it usable, make it easy usable, can do a lot of things for your creativity in the sense that it helps you focus right in. And in the process of finding it, it gives you ideas because you see how it's put together. Some of it is just, I'd be lying if I didn't say some of it was luck. Luck, however, to take advantage of luck, you gotta be prepared. You have to have the right mindset, right experiences, right tools to take advantage. Yeah, it's what it is. Unless you ask me something more specific, it's going to be harder for me to go deeper. There's not. I'll tell you right now, nothing I do is rocket science. Something I do is difficult. Anyone has the potential to do this. Anything I do. Two hardest thing about my job: time management, maintaining my temper when I speak to other groups. That's it. Technically, coming up with the solutions. Part of it is also, okay, fine, there's only part of communication. Talk to people, but that's where the transparency part comes in, because you talk to people so often, and the UM team's very tightly knit. A lot of the problems we've had, a solution has come when we were out having lunch, or walking down the stairs to get coffee from Family Mart, and one of the guys is smoking, and we just chit-chat, and all of a sudden the solution comes up there. It just happens that naturally it happens. We're just, like I said, we talk to people, walk around, talk to TOs, talk to my peers. Because we communicate so much, it's a simple conversation. But, there's no really one secret to it. Those are things that work for me.